And hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And in today's video I'm not working on my truck. I'm actually gonna be working on my company work van, which is pretty much has the same engine. But this video is actually gonna be related to any car, any truck, anything. So what happened about a year ago on a company work van, they changed the catalyst converters because it got a check engine light for the oxygen sensor for insufficient catalyst converter efficiency or something like that. So fast forward, the check engine light came back with the same code. So not to go again with replacing of catalyst converters, I'm actually gonna try to do a little trick that I've seen people do online. Now this only applies to the states where the emission is not really required, so keep that in mind. So what I'm gonna do, I got this spark plugs non-filler, the long type. Some people get the short type and then they stack them up, but I actually was able to find the long type, which is M18 1.5, but it might differ for every truck. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take out the secondary oxygen sensor. I'm gonna put this plug in there and put the oxygen sensor back in place to kind of try to fool it and trick it so less airflow goes to it. And let's see, maybe that's gonna keep the check engine light out. And then I'm gonna drive the truck for a long time to see if the check engine light is gonna come back or not, because I'm putting a lot of miles on this truck. I drive it a lot during the week, so probably I'm gonna drive it for a few hundred miles, maybe, or maybe more or maybe less, unless the check engine light comes back earlier. And I'm gonna show you guys later how many miles it's been so far and whether check engine light came back or not. So let's see if that's gonna work out. So as you can see, I just did a quick scan with a scan tool. I did a quick scan right now, and as you can see, I have those infamous P0420 and P0430 codes. So let's see if we can get rid of those. So as you can see, the check engine light is on, and this is how many miles it has right now on the truck. So I'm actually gonna reset the trip. I'm gonna set it up to 0, and I'm gonna drive it around for a pretty long time, I guess, and like I said, until the check engine light, whether it's gonna come back or not. So you guys gonna see this in the next moment, but for me it's gonna be quite some time. So here it is, where is our secondary oxygen sensor is located on one side, and there it is on the second side. So that's where I'm gonna put those spacers, which is all the way pretty much at the end before the secondary catalyst converters. Yeah. Also, a small trick, sometimes these oxygen sensors, they are so tight in there, they are fused in there, so when you try to use this socket, special socket, to try to remove the oxygen sensor, it just goes and tries to open up. So what I do, I just clip it really tight with a vice grip, and it works pretty good. And as you can see, I already broke it loose, so yeah, that worked out pretty good. And that's it. That's how it's gonna look.
Much later.
Alright guys, and it's been some time actually. I'm driving around and I just hit slightly past 500 miles on this van, on a work van, and as you guys can see, there is still no check engine light, so that's pretty good. So I'm gonna keep on driving it until I hit 1000 or before the check engine light comes back, but hopefully it doesn't. So yeah, let's see, let's hope it doesn't come back.
Much later.
Alright guys, and I've been doing some traveling on my work van from one state to another pretty much. I'm all the way in Albany, but that's beside the point. So I'm actually way past 1000 miles. I'm at 1145 miles that I have put so far. And what do you think? Do I have check engine light or not? And no check engine light still. I don't know, maybe the moment I start driving from here it's gonna come up, but so far nothing. So that's pretty good.
2000 years later.
Alright guys, welcome back to the video. It's been actually quite some time since the last moment. The thing is, I got the check engine light back. It came back around 1500 miles, so about 1500 miles it came back. I tried to reset it, drove it again, and around 350 miles it came back again, and since then it was coming back more and more. Now the thing is that with this work van, actually there's few issues that I found as I was working later on. There was few exhaust leaks which I tried to fix, but there is another issue I found. There is a cracked intake manifold, there is a small crack, and I think that's why I'm getting the check engine light now with those spacers. If I was not to have that crack, I think it would have worked, but that's what we're getting. So do they work? Yes, they seems to be working, but as of right now it's inconclusive if they really work in the long term. I would actually really like to find out if any of you guys use them and if they work for you or not, and yeah, that would be really cool to know. So as you can see, guys, the check engine light is back. So unfortunately it's back on, and yeah, I mean, it worked for quite some time. I was actually surprised it worked that long. It was never intended to fix the issue permanently. It's like a temporary solution, and to test it and try it, so that's what I did. But that just means there is more work to be done. I may come back to this video once again. Maybe I'm gonna work on the manifold and replacing it or patching it up. I don't know. Probably gonna have to replace it, so it's gonna be another video on that, probably. So yeah, but as of right now, unfortunately the check engine light came back. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you might find it helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.